In Zeno-sama's palace, Daishin Khan, the father of all angels, was worried about an evil presence that was spreading throughout the universes. He knew it was time to act, and only one of his sons could deal with the approaching problem. Whis was sitting on the ground enjoying a delicious meal while admiring the sky. However, his peace was interrupted when he felt Daishin Khan's presence. He knew that his father did not appear without a reason. Daishin Khan spoke, "Whis, I need to speak with you immediately." Whis put his food aside, noticing the seriousness in his father's voice. Whis asked, "What happened, Daishin Khan? Is something wrong?" Daishin Khan replied, "The Super Dragon Balls are in trouble." Whis' eyes widened, scared, curious and worried at the same time. Whis asked, "What kind of trouble, father?" Daishin Khan replied, "The Super Dragon Balls have been corrupted. The evil energy emanating from them is causing natural disasters on several planets. Tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions are devastating many worlds." Whis was surprised but kept his composure. Whis asked, "How did this happen? The Super Dragon Balls should be pure." Daishin Khan said, "All of this is the result of the last wish made to Super Shenron. When all the universes that were erased during the Tournament of Power were brought back to life, a residual evil energy was released. This energy is now permeating the Super Dragon Balls." Whis asked, "What can we do to solve this?" The angel said, frightened, knowing that the situation was serious. Daishin Khan replied, "Whis, you need to purify the 7 Super Dragon Balls. If we fail, universes 7 and 6 will be destroyed by the evil energy emanating from the Super Dragon Balls." Whis agreed, aware of the importance of the mission. Whis said, "Understood, father. I accept this mission." Whis then said goodbye to Daishin Khan and prepared to go to planet Earth. He knew he would need help to complete this mission, and there was only one team in mind. Before leaving, Whis went to tell everything to Beerus, who was sleeping soundly in his bed. After a few minutes on planet Earth, Whis said, "Beerus-sama, Goku, Vegeta, I need to talk to you." Beerus slowly opened his eyes, still sleepy, while Goku and Vegeta stopped training and approached. Goku asked, "What happened, Whis? You seem worried." Whis calmly explained what Daishin Khan had revealed, detailing the critical situation of the Super Dragon Balls. Whis said, "We need to purify the Super Dragon Balls immediately. If we don't, universes 7 and 6 will be destroyed by the evil energy that is spreading." Vegeta said, "Then there is no time to waste. Let's end this evil energy once and for all," said the Prince of the Saiyans, clenching his fists, determined. Goku, smiling, excited by the challenge, but also aware of the danger, said, "We can't let that happen. Our entire universe is at stake." We saw the determination in Goku and Vegeta's eyes and knew that they were the perfect allies for this mission. We said, "Goku, Vegeta, I accept your help, but we will need the Dragon Radar to locate the Super Dragon Balls. Vegeta, can you ask Bulma for that?" Vegeta, hearing Whis' words, immediately entered the Capsule Corporation. After a brief explanation, Bulma agreed to help them. Bulma said, "I trust you, Vegeta. Don't let the universe be destroyed, understand?" Vegeta replied, "Don't worry, Bulma, we won't fail." A short time later, Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus gathered together ready to leave. Whis held the Dragon Radar in his hand as he used the cube to travel through the universes. Whis spoke, "Let's begin our search. The first Super Dragon Ball is near Universe 6. With the Dragon Radar in hand, Whis used his cube to guide his team to the indicated location. Time seemed to flow differently as they traversed the planets, and soon they arrived at their destination. After much effort and several hours of searching, they managed to find the first Super Dragon Ball. It was floating, seemingly harmless, but the evil energy emanating from it was terrifying. Whis spoke, "Here is the first Super Dragon Ball." Goku felt the evil energy emanating from the Dragon Ball, and a chill ran down his spine. He looked at Whis and for the first time saw something he had never seen before. Whis was afraid. Goku asked, "Whis, are you afraid?" Whis did not answer immediately. He observed the sphere carefully, trying to assess the situation. He knew that this mission would be extremely dangerous and the risk of failure was real. Whis spoke, "The evil energy is much more powerful than I imagined. We need to be extremely cautious from now on." Beerus, who had been watching silently until then, decided to speak. "If even you are worried, Whis, then things really are bad." Vegeta said, No matter how strong this evil energy is, we will purify these spheres and save universes 6 and 7 no matter what, said the Saiyan, clenching his fists, determined not to let fear overcome him. Goku said, "That's it, Vegeta. Together we can overcome anything." Whis finally looked at Goku and Vegeta, his expression more serious than ever. Whis said, "We need to work together. Each of us has a vital role to play in this mission. We cannot fail." With the Dragon Radar in hand, Whis continued to guide the team in search of the remaining Super Dragon Balls. The journey was long and tiring, but finally, after several hours of effort, they managed to find all 7 balls. However, something was wrong. The balls were different, their colors were darker, and the evil energy emanating from them was even more frightening than before. Goku felt this intensely and looked at Whis, who was standing there observing the balls with a look of fear and concern. Whis said, "I have never felt such dark energy before. We need to purify these balls as soon as possible, or it will be the end of universes 7 and 6. Goku asked, "Whis, how are you going to summon Super Shenron? Do we need a special ritual?" Whis replied, "I need to recite the ancient language of the gods. It is a delicate process and any mistake could have dire consequences." Vegeta said, "If that's what we have to do, then let's do it. We have no other choice." Beerus, however, was more uneasy. He felt something disturbing in the atmosphere, as if an ancient power was awakening. Beerus said, "Whis, this doesn't sound like a good idea. I have a bad feeling about what's coming." Whis, despite his doubts, knew that there was no other option. Whis said, "I know, Beerus-sama, but we have no other choice. If we do nothing, universes 7 and 6 will be destroyed." With the Dragon Radar still in hand, Whis stood before the 7 Super Dragon Balls. He began to recite the language of the gods, pronouncing the sacred words with precision and care. As he spoke, the spheres began to glow brightly, and a colossal energy enveloped the entire Universe 7. Suddenly, this energy spread to Universe 6, and all living beings in both universes felt the crushing pressure that followed. Champa, the god of destruction of Universe 6, and his attendant Vados also felt the powerful presence. Champa spoke, "Vados, what's going on? What energy is this?" The usually calm Vados was visibly worried as she spoke. "This energy comes from the Super Dragon Balls. Something very wrong is happening in Universe 7. Meanwhile, in Universe 7, the evil energy intensified and the glow of the Super Dragon Balls became almost unbearable. Whis continued to chant the language of the gods despite the growing discomfort he felt. Suddenly, the sky began to open and a figure began to emerge from the dark clouds. Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus watched, expecting to see the familiar Super Shenron, but what appeared left them completely terrified. Instead of the majestic golden dragon, a green-skinned female figure appeared before them. She floated above the Super Dragon Balls, emanating an aura of absolute power. Her eyes glowed with an ominous light, and a sinister smile curved her lips. Beerus recoiled, his eyes wide with shock. "It can't be... Zalama, what are you doing here?" Whis, who had always maintained his composure, felt a chill run down his spine. He hadn't expected this. Whis spoke up. "Zalama, how is this possible?" The figure smiled even wider, and his presence filled the air with an almost suffocating tension. Zalama replied in a soft but mischievous voice. Well, Lord Beerus and Whis, it's been a while, my old friends. Are you surprised to see me?" Goku and Vegeta, who didn't know Zalama's full story, watched warily, sensing that something was terribly wrong. Goku asked, "Whis, who is this woman? And why are you so scared?" Whis hesitated before answering, knowing that the truth would be difficult to explain. Whis replied, "Goku, this is no ordinary woman. She is Zalama, the original creator of the Super Dragon Balls. Her power is immeasurable, and the fact that she is here means that something very, very wrong has happened." Vegeta narrowed his eyes, sensing the tension in the air. "So what should we do? If she is so powerful, how can we stop her?" Zalama chuckled softly, his voice echoing like distant thunder. Zalama spoke. "Stop her? Ah, Vegeta, is that your name, correct? It is a pleasure to meet you. Do not be alarmed. I have the knowledge of all the universes, and I can tell that you are very naive. I am not here to be stopped. I am here to claim what is rightfully mine." Whis felt his heart heavy at what was to come. The situation was far more serious than he had imagined. Whis spoke. "Zalama, what do you intend to do?" Zalama, still smiling, replied enigmatically, "All in good time, Whis, all in good time. For now, I'll just say that you should have thought twice before trying to purify the Super Dragon Balls. Now, you'll have to deal with the consequences." The tension in the air was almost palpable. Whis, usually confident, was now filled with fear and uncertainty. Zalama's presence meant that the fate of Universes 7 and 6 was more at risk than ever. In the vacuum of space in Universe 7, the air was thick with the evil energy emanating from Zalama. Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus felt the immense pressure that the female figure projected upon them. None of them had ever faced anything like it, but they knew they could not retreat. Zalama smiled maliciously and without warning launched himself at Goku. In a split second, he activated Ultra Instinct, moving with unparalleled grace and speed to avoid the blow. Whis spoke. "Goku, be careful! She is unlike any enemy you have ever faced." Goku responded as he dodged the attacks. "I know, Whis, but we must face her, or all will be lost." Vegeta, not wanting to be left behind, activated his Ultra Ego, an intense purple aura enveloping his body. His eyes shone with determination and a thirst for battle. Vegeta spoke. "Zalama, you will regret awakening. We will finish you now." Zalama barely paid attention to Vegeta's words. She charged forward with surprising speed and threw a powerful punch at Beerus, who was thrown away, passing through several asteroids until he disappeared over the horizon. Whis shouted, "Beerus, no!" Zalama paused for a moment, her expression changing from malicious to something calmer. She looked at the warriors gathered before her and began to speak, her voice thick with emotion. Zalama said, "You all don't understand. I could have been a very polite woman, you know. I could have learned to control this evil energy if only you had given me a chance." Goku, as he prepared for his next move, was intrigued. Goku asked, "What are you talking about?" Zalama looked directly at Goku, his eyes filled with deep sadness. Zalama replied, "When I was created, my evil energy was part of me. It wasn't something I chose, but the Daishin-kan, he didn't give me any chance to explain. No chance to train, to learn to control this curse I carry." Vegeta, trying to stay focused on the fight, was impatient. Vegeta said, "That's irrelevant now, Zalama. What you did in the past doesn't change what needs to be done now." But Zalama continued, ignoring Vegeta's impatience. Zalama said, "They sealed me inside the Super Dragon Balls, my own creation, without even allowing me to explain myself. I created these spheres to try to divide my power so that my evil energy would be contained. But nothing worked. The energy is inside me. It's part of who I am." Whis, who had been listening in silence until then, finally intervened. Whis spoke. "Zalama, I understand the pain you bear, but the power you possess, it is too dangerous. There is no safe way to control it." Zalama changed his tone, his voice now filled with spite. Zalama replied, "So, do you think the solution is to seal me away again? Condemn me to eternal oblivion while you continue your lives?" Whis spoke with sadness in his voice. "If you continue to be free, Zalama, this evil energy will destroy all the universes. I am sorry, but this is the only way to protect everything that exists." Vegeta, already out of patience, shouted, "Enough idle talk! Let's end this now!" With a burst of power, Vegeta channeled all of his energy into a massive attack. Vegeta shouted, "Final Flash!" The powerful blast of energy cut through the air, heading straight for Zalama. However, she simply raised a hand and dispelled Vegeta's attack with ease, as if it was nothing. Vegeta, in disbelief, stepped back. Vegeta spoke, his voice trembling. This is impossible! She is invincible!" At that moment, Beerus, having recovered from the initial blow, returned to the battlefield. Beerus spoke, "We can't give up now! We need to join forces! Maybe together we will have a chance!" Goku, who had been watching until then, smiled excitedly, always eager for a challenge. Goku spoke, "Let's see if she is that strong." Goku shot at high speed towards Zalama, but before he could reach her, she used teleportation, instantly appearing in front of him. The two collided awkwardly, a moment that made everyone stop for a second. Zalama, visibly shy, looked at Goku. Zalama spoke, "You are such a pure boy, Goku." But her expression quickly changed from gentle to stern. With a swift movement, she punched Goku, sending him flying backwards. Zalama said, "But never do that to a girl again." Beerus, taking advantage of the moment when Zalama was distracted, launched his most powerful attack. Beerus shouted, "Hakai!" The energy of pure destruction rushed towards Zalama. However, she dodged the attack without even looking, her attention still focused on Goku. Whis, Vegeta, and Goku knew they were in serious trouble. Zalama's strength was unmatched, and she seemed to be just beginning to demonstrate her true power. Just when all seemed lost, a bright light appeared behind Zalama. A portal opened, and from it emerged Daishin-kan, his imposing presence bringing new hope. Daishin-kan said, "Zalama." Zalama turned to face him, his smile fading. Zalama said, "Daishin-kan, so you finally appeared." Daishin-kan, with a serious look, replied, "I underestimated the situation. I gave Whis an impossible mission because I had no idea that you had awakened. Zalama crossed her arms, defiant. Zalama said, I didn't ask to be awakened, but now that I'm here, I won't go back to that confinement so easily. Daishin Khan looked at Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus, noticing the tiredness and despair on their faces. Daishin Khan said, we can't defeat her alone. We need to combine our forces. Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus understood Daishin Khan's command. Sensing the gravity of the situation, they began to channel their energy, transmitting it to Daishin Khan, who was preparing to use a power he had never shown before. Zalama, realizing what was happening, became visibly worried. Zalama said, you have no right to do this, Daishin Khan. This is unfair. Daishin Khan, with a firm tone, replied, Zalama, I know you are not evil by nature, but your power is. You must go back to sleep or you will destroy everything in existence. Zalama tried to resist, but the combined strength of Daishin Khan, Whis, Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus was overwhelming. The light around Daishin Khan grew in intensity, and he began to recite an ancient incantation focused on sealing Zalama back inside the Super Dragon Balls. Zalama, desperate, gave Daishin Khan one last look of supplication. Zalama said, please, don't do it again. But Daishin Khan, with a sad look on his face, did not hesitate. Daishin Khan said, I'm sorry, Zalama, this is for the good of everyone. With a final effort, Daishin Khan managed to seal Zalama back inside the Super Dragon Balls. The spheres glowed brightly for a moment before they quieted down, the evil energy dissipating into the air. Goku, panting and sweating, looked at the now silent spheres. Goku said, I never imagined something so powerful could exist. Vegeta said, this was beyond anything we've ever faced, said the Prince of the Saiyans, still trying to catch his breath. Daishin Khan, still serious, looked at Goku and Vegeta, knowing that he had to make a difficult decision. Daishin Khan said, Goku, Vegeta, I'm sorry for everything that happened, but there's something I need to do. Goku, confused, asked, what is it, Daishin Khan? Daishin Khan replied, I need to erase your memories of Zalama. Only the gods can know of her existence. Knowledge of her true nature is too dangerous to be kept by mortals. Goku, surprised, tried to argue. Goku said, but why? Can't we just keep this a secret? Daishin Khan shook his head, determined. Daishin Khan said, this isn't a choice, it's a necessity. If one day this knowledge spreads, it could cause unimaginable chaos. Without them being able to react, Daishin Khan placed his hand on their heads. A soft light emanated from his palms, and Goku and Vegeta's eyes slowly closed as they fell into a deep sleep. Their memories of Zalama and the battle they had just faced began to fade, like a dream that fades at dawn. Whis asked, Daishin Khan-sama, what should we do now? Daishin Khan replied, his voice firm, take them back to planet Earth. They should wake up in familiar surroundings so that the impact will be minimal. But remember, Whis, the truth about Zalama must remain between us, the gods. Whis nodded, aware of the weight of this responsibility. As he prepared to use his transport cube, he remembered something important. Whis said, Daishin Khan-sama, there is a human on Earth, Bulma, who also knows about this mission. Daishin Khan, with a small smile, replied, don't worry about it, Whis. I've already taken care of it. Whis understood what Daishin Khan meant. He had made sure that Bulma, as well as Goku and Vegeta, had no memory of the true nature of the mission. With that, Whis activated his transport cube, enveloping everyone in a bright light, and in a matter of seconds, they were back on planet Earth. On Earth, the sun was shining in the sky, and the peaceful environment contrasted with the battle that had taken place. Whis carefully placed Goku and Vegeta on the ground in front of Bulma's house. After a few minutes, the two began to stir, waking up from their deep sleep. Goku was the first to open his eyes, scratching his head in confusion. Goku said, I had a weird dream, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Vegeta, still a little dazed, sat down next to Goku. Vegeta said, me too. But it's weird, like something important happened. Before they could question further, Goku remembered something. Goku said, wait a minute, Whis, didn't you call me on a mission? I remember you saying something about that. Whis, who was next to them, laughed softly and shook his head. No, Goku, it wasn't like that at all. We're just here to enjoy the delicious food Bulma prepared. You must just be hungry, and that's making you imagine things. Beerus, who was further back, approached, crossing his arms with an amused smile. Beerus said, Whis is right, we're here for a very important reason, to try Bulma's delicious food. At that moment, Bulma appeared carrying large trays of food, a feast worthy of the most powerful warriors. Bulma said, smiling, ready to eat? I prepared everything with great care. I hope you like it. Goku and Vegeta, still a little confused, exchanged glances, but the smell of the food quickly dispelled any doubts. They stood up, feeling hungry as if they had been through an intense battle, although they couldn't remember exactly why. Goku said, laughing, "Well, now that you mention it, I'm really hungry. It almost feels like we're fighting someone very powerful." Vegeta said, "Yes, that's strange, but I don't think it matters now. Let's eat." Whis watched the scene with a smile, relieved to see that everything had returned to normal. As everyone sat down to eat, the atmosphere was peaceful and relaxed. Goku and Vegeta devoured the food with enthusiasm. Whis said, laughing, "It seems they are happy, even without remembering anything." Beerus replied, "Yes, but it's better this way. They did their part, and now they deserve a rest." As the meal continued, laughter and light conversation filled the air. It was hard to imagine that moments before they were in a desperate battle against a being of immeasurable power. But as always, life went on, and the Z Warriors knew how to enjoy the moments of peace they could get. Daishin-Kan, back in the Celestial Realm, watched everything from afar. He knew he had made the right decision, but he also knew that the burden of his choices would always be with him. However, seeing Goku and Vegeta, even from afar, he felt a deep gratitude. Daishin-Kan thought, "Thank you, Goku. Thank you, Vegeta. Without your help, I might not have made it." And so, Zalama's story ended, sealed deep within the Super Dragon Balls, awaiting the day, perhaps distant, when she could be discovered again. Until then, the universe would remain at peace, protected by the gods and the warriors who never give up, even in the face of the impossible. Guys, this is how the story of Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, ends. Did you like it? Don't forget to like it, it's very important. And also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. Bye!